In this podcast episode, Jordan Peterson interviews Derick Cooper, the CEO of Q Medical, a pharmaceutical company specializing in treatments for rare diseases. They discuss a wide range of topics, including the intersection of biological and cognitive systems, the management of a business, and the importance of understanding personality traits in the workplace. Peterson and Cooper explore the parallels between the immune system and cognitive systems, drawing connections between biological adaptations and behavioral adaptations. They discuss the concept of a reciprocity bank and the role of reputation in human interactions. Cooper shares his experience in investment banking, describing it as a highly technical and demanding environment. He explains that working in investment banking exposed him to a stream of successful business leaders and provided him with valuable insights into financial and operational concepts at a young age. He also discusses the process of evaluating companies and the risks involved in investment banking. The conversation delves into the significance of personality traits, such as conscientiousness, openness, and agreeableness, in the context of business management. Cooper and Peterson discuss the value of diversity in temperament and the need to align individual strengths with specific tasks within an organization. Cooper emphasizes the importance of epistemic humility in leadership, acknowledging the boundary of one's knowledge and understanding the diverse perspectives of team members. He highlights the need for effective communication and the ability to adapt to different personality types in the workplace. Peterson mentions the Understand Myself site, which provides a 5-dimensional analysis of personality and helps individuals understand their relative strengths and weaknesses. He emphasizes the value of using this tool to gain insights into one's own temperament and to understand the differences with others. The conversation then shifts to the motivation behind running a profitable enterprise focused on rare diseases. Cooper emphasizes the ethical aspect of running a company that is doing something beneficial for people's lives. He believes that a job well done and a functioning organization bring a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. They delve into the concept of goal setting and its importance in providing clarity and direction within an organization. Cooper explains the hierarchical aspect of good communication and goal setting, emphasizing the need for a clear, superordinate goal that translates into specific actions for different functions across the company. They discuss the role of identity in goal setting and responsibility, highlighting the connection between identity and goal-oriented behavior. The conversation then transitions to the topic of immunological function. Cooper explains the sequence of activities in the immune system's response to pathogens. He describes the process of identifying specific aspects of a pathogen's surface and mapping it to target the bacterial cells. Cooper uses the analogy of a child grasping a ball to illustrate the initial general shape recognition by the immune system. He explains the process of concretizing the first level of analysis and the variation in antibody production to improve the grasp on the pathogen. The conversation delves into the concept of fractal dimension and how it can be applied to mapping coastlines. They discuss how the immune system's ability to identify specific elements of bacteria is similar to mapping coastlines with increasing levels of precision. The analogy of using different-sized blocks to map coastlines is used to illustrate the concept of fractal dimension and how it applies to the immune system's ability to identify and target bacteria. Peterson and Cooper discuss the role of affinity and precision in the immune system's response to bacteria. They explain how the immune system's ability to identify specific elements of bacteria leads to a higher level of affinity and precision in targeting and eliminating the bacteria. The concept of mapping a coastline with increasing levels of precision is used to illustrate how the immune system's response to bacteria becomes more specific and effective over time. The conversation shifts to the definition of truth and knowledge, drawing on the evolutionary advantageous nature of truth. They discuss how the immune system's ability to identify and target bacteria is a form of truth-seeking behavior that is evolutionarily advantageous. The concept of truth as a means of promoting survival and reproduction is explored in the context of the immune system's response to bacteria. Peterson and Cooper discuss the role of stories and narratives in shaping human thought and behavior. They explore how stories and narratives serve as first-pass approximations of solutions and provide a shared language of value. The idea that stories and narratives can influence ethical decision-making and guide behavior is examined in the context of the immune system's response to bacteria. The conversation delves into the dynamic interaction of calling and conscience as fundamental elements of human behavior. They discuss how calling serves as an indicator of value and guides behavior towards specific goals, while conscience acts as a moral compass, directing individuals away from deviating from ethical paths. The concept of calling and conscience as guiding forces in human decision-making is explored in the context of the immune system's response to bacteria. Peterson and Cooper discuss the role of specialization and multidimensional education in shaping human thought and behavior. They explore how individuals with specialized knowledge in multiple domains are better equipped to navigate complex environments and adapt to changing circumstances. The concept of multidimensional education as a means of increasing meta-knowledge and flexibility in pursuing future goals is examined in the context of the immune system's response to bacteria. The conversation delves into the concept of the boundary between order and chaos and its role in shaping human behavior. They discuss how the ability to dynamically manage the boundary between order and chaos enables individuals to direct sacrifice and pursue value in complex environments. The concept of the boundary between order and chaos as a fundamental aspect of biological systems and human consciousness is explored in the context of the immune system's response to bacteria. Peterson and Cooper discuss the prey response and victimization as potential outcomes of navigating the boundary between order and chaos. They explore how individuals may exhibit prey responses when faced with hypervictimization and ideological categorization. The concept of prey responses and victimization as potential outcomes of navigating the boundary between order and chaos is examined in the context of the immune system's response to bacteria.